The president's plan calls for 10,000 Syrian refugees to be allowed entry into the U.S. next year. But how exactly does a refugee enter this country, and what systems are in place to help them integrate into the American economy? Dina Gusovsky explains.
Hossam al-Rastam is no stranger to sights and sounds like this. Whether at this refugee camp in Jordan or from the place he fled.
I left Syria in April 2013, and the reason why I left Syria is because there was death, destruction, dead bodies everywhere.
But he considers himself lucky. His is one of only a few Syrian refugee families who were able to resettle in the United States and become part of the American economy.
The I-94, which is a legal documentation provided by the United States Citizenship Immigration Services, is given to a refugee as they arrive at the airport. They also receive an employment authorization document.
The family has been living in this New Jersey apartment since June.
The way Hossam came to our organization is through the Department of State, because the Department of State administers the United States Refugee Admissions Program.
That organization is Church World Service, one of 9 resettlement nonprofits that helps families like Hossam's get back on their feet, but only after the State Department clears them for entry. A number of federal agencies, including the FBI, Department of Defense, and Department of Homeland Security, are part of the vetting process. And in terms of health care,
we take them to social services to have them apply for Medicaid. Social services allows that to happen as far as receiving health services for 8 months.
The State Department gives a little over $2,000 per refugee to these resettlement agencies to cover things like rent, clothing, and food for the first 30 to 90 days. In 2015, the State Department provided over $406 million for refugee admissions programs. For fiscal year 2016, the president has asked for over $442 million. The United States takes in more refugees than any other resettlement country in the world. As for Hossam, he's one of only a few people willing to speak out, especially in the midst of political controversy about whether or not America should even let people of his nationality into the country.
The Syrian conflict has to be told from my point of view, because all the doors that are closing to Syrians and the refugees that are fleeing, they've been fleeing from all of this terror.
For Nightly Business Report, I'm Dina Gusovsky in Jersey City, New Jersey.